Hey guys, Rebecca here. It is Monday, and on Mondays I'm sharing tips and resources for other artists. Today I want to talk to you guys about Etsy and branding. Too often I've seen artists get shops on Etsy and get discouraged because, I don't know, maybe they thought, from reading all the success stories by other artists that they were going to be able to quit their day job or quit teaching and do this full time, and Etsy would be the thing that the orders would just pour in. It does not work that way, but that is okay, because what Etsy is cheap advertising. It is a very cost-effective way to brand yourself in a marketplace where people are going to look for unique, one-of-a-kind items. And I'm going to show you a couple shops later who I think are doing a good job of using it as a tool more than as the end-all be-all for sales. And I'll tell you about my own sales as a point of reference right now. I started Etsy in 2006. I've had 746 sales in that time. I have 1,241 admirers. So I did the math, and 746 sales since '06. That's an average of 62 sales per year or 5 sales a month. Not getting rich. Not happening for me. But I looked at last year's stats. I'll flash that here. Last year I had 33 orders that totaled $1,106.71. So $1,000 to promote my work. So basically I look at it as, whatever sales you get, you're getting paid to brand yourself and put yourself out into the world. Now a lot of us have our own .coms. I have several. I've got my fine art portfolio and artpaw.com, and I could sit and pay Google AdWords a fortune to direct people to my own little .com, or I could pay an advertising company to handle that for me and direct people to my .com. But instead, it's just dirt cheap to do that. And if you're not updating your .com all the time yourself, when you go into WordPress or Squarespace or whatever you're using, there's always that learning curve of, now where is the thing, how do I, it's like you've got to relearn it each time. With Etsy, uploading work and their shopping cart, everything is so simple to use. So anyway, that's how I'm using it. The other way I continue with the branding is when I do make a sale, I will, say I sell like a little bulldog print, I may send along a free sticker. I've got a Boston Terrier sticker, a pug sticker, and a bulldog sticker. I don't have a whole bunch, but then I have little postcards I'll send along. Again, I tend to like these smush-faced dogs, even though I'm a terrier person. Anyway, and the other thing I had created a while back, I haven't been sending this as religiously as I used to because I need to rework it. This is a little piece of paper that has a very old picture of me. I had long brown hair back then, and that little doggy's not around anymore. But anyway, this has my bio, my artist statement, and a little Rebecca at the bottom, a reminder of what I do, which is create custom pet portraits in my day job. But Rebecca can create a custom pet portrait from your pet snapshots. Order online at artpaw.com and save $50 using promo code Etsy. So I'm kind of trying to push them towards my artpaw.com website, especially the dog people, to order a custom pet portrait. And that has worked. It totally has worked. So I always send along something, depending on if they're ordering the mosaic work or the dog artwork. I've got different things to send to different clients. So that is me. Okay, so this is my girlfriend Rebecca Swan's jewelry shop on Etsy. It's Rebecca Swan Jewelry, and I'm just going to kind of poke around her shop while I talk about how she's using it. She opened her shop several years ago and got a little discouraged, kind of stopped using it. And then she got a few random sales from strangers in other states, and that got her excited about it again. She started using it. She has different price points. Here's an inexpensive pair of earrings, and then she'll have more expensive necklaces, and it's gorgeous work, absolutely beautiful work. And the category of jewelry on Etsy is very competitive. It's kind of hard to rise to the top with search engine keywords and stuff, but she's doing a great job. Her photos are beautiful. But how she uses it is She does fairs out in the world, art fairs, and she's also represented in galleries. So she's out in the physical world selling her work. And when she's at a fair, people always ask her, "Where can I find your work? Where can I find your work?" And so she'll send them to her Etsy shop, because that is the easiest place for her to upload her most recent work, and people can have something to choose from. She also uses it as a tool for those people that are wanting commissions, because she does do a lot of commission work, wedding rings and gifts, that sort of thing. And so if somebody's interested in possibly hiring her to do a commission project for a loved one, she can send them here and they get an idea of her pricing, they get an idea of the materials and her style, and she uses it in that way. And so yeah, she's working her Etsy shop lately. She's got gorgeous photos, and she does a really good job with her descriptions, and I think she's doing a fantastic job. And definitely she gets it. She realizes this is not, orders aren't going to flood in every day, but when they do happen, it's nice. And again, it's an affordable way for her to brand herself out in the world, and that is what she's doing. So check her site out. I'm going to link to these two websites that I'm showing in the description below, so you can go check it out for yourself. So that is Rebecca Swan, and again, beautiful work, and totally doing a great job of branding herself in her shop. Okay, this is Sherry Bolsillo. She does fabulous mosaic work. She's been online since '08. She's had 228 sales. She's doing good. Several years ago, she started creating these greeting cards of her mosaics, and I'll show you one of those. And she's a photographer, so she has the ability to shoot her work really well, optimize it in Photoshop if she needs to tweak the colors to be more realistic, that sort of thing. And she's sort of shooting her work and creating these gorgeous greeting cards with them. And I remember when she did it, I thought, that's kind of weird, because you're taking such a textural medium, mosaic, and then putting it on paper as a card. I honestly didn't get it at first, but as she's continued to do it, and sell a bunch of them, by the way, I realize it's a very generous way to share her work, because not everybody can afford a fine art. Oh, that's a nice one. I love that bug. It's a very generous way to share your work and promote yourself. She's also doing it, it's totally a way to promote her work and get it out there. Because here's like a beautiful piece. It's $1,650. It's a large mosaic, and wow, that's gorgeous. And not everybody, it's on a skateboard deck. Isn't that cool? Not everybody can afford, even $100 mosaic. And here's some up here that are below 200. So here's an original mosaic. Boy, she does great photos, doesn't she? But not everybody can afford that. And the other thing too, going back to it being a generous way to share her work with the greeting cards and to promote her work, the mosaic community is a very supportive community. And typically, mosaic people will buy any book about mosaic that somebody puts out, because they want to support each other. And that's cute. I like that. And so she's letting people have a little piece of her work without an investment, like here's one, $335. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's really pretty. Again, nice photos. Very nice photos. And who knows, somebody could be sending this to someone. She said the greeting cards themselves have made connections, other world connections, for her, business connections. And just think about how much she's probably using these herself, as thank you cards and reach outs to other people, business people in the world, as she goes about her business. She has Luna Mosaics is a studio where she sells supplies and also has people with studio space, so she's got another business there. But anyway, she totally gets it. She totally understands the idea of using Etsy to brand herself and put her work out into the world. It's brilliant. Okay, guys, that's it. Please check out Sherry Bolsillo and Rebecca Swan and Art Paw on Etsy, and think about how You can brand yourself using Etsy as a tool, not the end-all be-all for sales flooding in, but as a tool to promote your work out in the world and get your name out there and get your work seen. It's all about being seen. So anyway, please hit subscribe if you like the content, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.